Ago!
Ojam, come. It's your man, come.
Ojam, make you come out, please. It be me. Master, debts they swallow you.
Make I think, eh? I can't phone put it.
Make you sit down and relax. John Mama's 24-hour economy go sort you out to pay all your debts.
This 24-hour economy thing, it not be new. It dey happen already. Some companies and hospitals, they operate 24/7. That be why some people say the bad policy.
Small minds. See, the fact says some companies they operate 24/7. No, they mean say the 24-hour policy they already. Those companies where they refer to, them they operate on their own without support from government. The novelty of John Mama's 24-hour economy be say, companies and them businesses, where them go they operate 24/7, go be given tax incentives, cheaper and reliable power, and in some cases, financial support to expand and create more jobs for you, especially to pay your debts.
Ojamsi, when something is good, it is good. Jobs do not wear party colors, so when it comes, we will all get something to do. After all, we those wearing the party colors, today we are suffering. Baby, uncle you.
Thank you. Ojam, what the sweets me be say, the 24-hour economy strategy involves 3 shifts of 8 hours each every day. Which means the work, Kwame go do some. Let's say from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We if you go come continue from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then Kwesi go come continue the same work from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Everybody go chop. Hey,
wait, dear, 24-hour economy.
All right, that's it.
Vote for John Mahama, the nation builder, and the NDC for a 24-hour economy.
Daddy, I think it is time I put my business plan of opening a snack bar into action.
Really? But why now?
Why not now? I have been paying close attention to John Mahama's 24-hour economic policy, and I think it is really going to boost the leisure and hospitality industry. You know, when people go to work throughout the day, they would definitely need something small in their tummies, and I'll be there to serve them.
But I thought I was the only one who listens to news in this house.
No.
Says the man born before computers.
Tell him.
See, we have the news right here on our phones, and we are keenly following John Mahama's 24-hour economy policy digitally.
Digital man.
Yes, I mean this. Yes. And one thing I can be sure on. Since the launch of my online delivery system, things have really been picking up, and it will be great to have the support of the government to grow beyond the borders of Ghana. And with a 24-hour economy policy, government will be able to provide an atmosphere of improved security and public safety, and also a well-regulated and monitored private security to facilitate round-the-clock activities to make it more safe for us to serve our clients no matter the time of the day.
Well, for civil servants who work with the passport office, DVLA, customs, ports and harbour like me, running the 8-hour shift system will help relieve the large customer traffic we have to deal with within the current 8 to 4 p.m. system. We can effectively serve Ghanaians and foreigners within the shortest time.
Hey, madam, I didn't know you also pay attention to the 24-hour economy policy too.
It is what everyone is talking about. I will be glad to work in the afternoon shift than run off to work in the morning. I leave that for the younger generation.
You are really too old for that. And old boy, what are your thoughts?
Well, I will take advantage of the tax exemptions, the cheaper and reliable electricity, and more importantly, the government's support to scale up my juice manufacturing company for local consumption and for export. Look, obey a pinso or chrome.
Please obey. In a 24-hour economy, is it?
You know what to do. Vote for John Mahama, the nation builder, and the NDC for a 24-hour economy. Ejuma Pankwa.
Okay, mema ohwefo akwaba de ba TV XYZ mo amutie me wo Power 97.9 FM mo akwaba biom inside politics jumedi na wasugusu ana wo hwe me wo TV XYZ so media me de so ye Nicholas ya owusio so no betumi afremikin and Nicholas Samri akosi 6 pm de e me chefa so me be somo man nsema ekoso o man Ghana mu no edoso mpopo mu na oso hu bi na megu bamba so ye wi ya pensem mu na yedi hon komo nti bia wo bia no nti akese komo mo menye selfish ka chi onu bi se ono so mfa ni TV no emfento eye TV XYZ anontie Power 97.9 FM ha na sem no ye kan semete ye mfa nsuma ye mfa nkama na ye bebie mu ma wo so ehu ma ekoso o man Ghana nti me akwaba ma eye team ni na akwaba Mr. Kelvin Asante eye Omamba Percent ene eye Innocent Okechuku Desmond team ni na any TV crew ni na so memamo na moniye se mama dwumedi etumi adosom na back to kama bibia dedi imom metina akonya kese ne modi ama ye regular host Mugabe Mase Gumbe man himself na nkasa na metina adi ama no ntimi ne obedi dwuma no pepepe ete se ma ye no ntimi bia wo bia no me pa cho me mo akwa babiom na kai sende so mensaka etietia ende ye Tuesday nso agugu on cranty ewima ye wiwi no on cran kakra minim bia awode but minim se baby also asomdwemle bibia ye boko na Ghana no wani mu aye den se be nden aka 9 months pe na ensesa mehwehwe na wo so wo hwehwe no etumi abam ma ye nyina ye ho atoy emom ensem ho papa awie yaje nkonwa atena so ensem ho yie pa na saa semi yaka ho asema ka ho asema eda ho plane ya de eda ho plane enye bone so ati ehu ne se we de eye nhyehyeye ne tirimopo se chinchinan ade eye musu a wo ba eye Ghana Kristofo ye nuanu muslimifo nananum abosomfo chiri no ye president his excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ani eye the flag bearer the new patriotic party or the vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia driver ni mate aye se metibia no ye bemma ye nuanom om ye tunumutunumu emma om ye supi nipa oni idueda nipa oni aboda ye bemma om kwan ade asebia ya abodamsem ye bemma om kwan mo so enya om fa hodi aye mo mo pe we dey the whole plane me kan say dey nti na the whole plane enra aye secretary to the president aye friend Nana Asante Bedie etu or the letter betu mu e kire say Ghana Mampeni eye bill na ya pass wo parliament no enya de a ye be makwan no be bisa say eye de enya eye transmission of the human sexual right and family values bill 2024 and in chema letter na chemu an say de tene say Dr. eye Amanda Odoy oni parliament akokot enti ono no na sem no o say enya abotre na ye hwe the outcome of the court so na ye nua sky so a oye nsentwe ni sanye lawyer ye adwuma City FM no so de sa asemia de akọ court biom Supreme Court me che the apex court of the land nti enya de a omampani betumi assent to eye the bill no sa asemi de nsembebre aba no mo catch parliament say omonye krado so mbe nti omo de eye letter no akoma parliament clerk of parliament ye friend no Mr. Cyril A.O. Insia Oma copy to the vice president, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Oma copy to the chief of staff, Mami Opare, Jubilee House, or no ho, and sana the attorney general so and minister for chief justice, and I say minister for justice ministries. Omodia komomo. Na in summer a wall letter anymore no. It says ya na ban and pray. Na nya de oba 32 the bill. We ensema yakada da say His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo de ono pese tunumu sa niema no koso musu made a ye chiri nananom mu chiri niema enkoso le koso because of granting interview de ma ye nuanom Al Jazeera ka say it bound to happen no ko school UK ho no nyini okay say time United Kingdom kra no edu bibia na omo so no organizations and nkofo individuals sorry demonstrate so many nje nti ye mo kwan no so nya mo fa ahodi nti sa Ghana bi mo so sorry saa ya de ebe mo fa ahodi na make us say the whole plane The whole plane, the whole plane. This year the Parliament, Omampenya catcher Parliament, a year Parliament, Speaker of Parliament, a catcher and a catcher almost say, but now only the Anyadi Oba sent it to a year the bill no, because I court. Now why wouldn't Ghana court he delays? Omampenya is on sign. I can't 9 months. Said he did it one house no open baby yako. Now a year letter ye be PM or Parliament here, a year Secretary to the President, Nana Bedi to Asante, and Asante Bedi to the Akoma. A clerk of Parliament, no. Just a moon sign, no. Would you who be I want to say? We are there, just a presidency, no. A Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumian in the boss, and now the Danko Akufuado. As a now, we na a minority in Parliament. Maybe I'm a minority for Yamin Shram. The share a year to force na leader of minority side or Parliament, any former a minority leader, or how reduce no doma, Yamin Shram. Was moon ni wa o my Ghana ye ni ho mona mo kasama ye mona mo dwene ye ho na impo ye nim say ni mpanifo bi a akasa mo majority a o mu ina authority a ono bo koboy a sesia obeye eye health ministry o mu ina aka ho ye no o ma grant interview o ma chechem so o mu tia o mu ye Christopher e ba ne say na pani ne de ana president ne de sesia nda say o china say nde obi di asem aba asem crowd betu dwanse o de sa let e bandra kra Obekaya, the letter odi kind of buy na Eugene. I hear in such as say, Obekatre say, what is a bimo court? Abra. No, be ready, pest court of the land, nature Supreme Court. So be the kind. President in your info will be control trend so. No, the way aba. Inti abayin ankasano, and another danko akufa donin yen adrin say. Obe sign it, and I say, Oba said to the bill. The Vice President Alhaji Baumia we Muslimi ya sabi wudu ti bofom efre ala ono so nya na adwene untunofo nti wutie nsema ekoya attorney general advice aba na say na ban nya na adwene so obeye na we na minority na akasa afa ho eye former minority leader Ura Haruna Idrusu edin nsem bi atodwa akom ni nchim evidence based nti mepese ebeti na yakɔhwɛ asam odi tudwa wo Parliament eye press conference okasa fa let him.
I'm unable to sleep. And I'm unable to sleep because this is a monumental threat to Ghana's democracy and a monumental threat to Parliament as an institution. By Article 93, we are clothed with legislative authority and legislative mandate. This letter only reflects President Nana Addo Dankwa's quest of predominance over other organs of states. That is unacceptable, and that must be fought by all persons who love democracy and who cherish the principles and values of the 1992 Constitution. The framers of our Constitution endowed Ghana with separation of powers, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, division of powers. It endowed us that Parliament shall be responsible for law making. President Nana Addo Dankwa, first of all, politically, what power does the President Secretary have writing to the Clerk of Parliament, and not the President himself writing directly to the Speaker of Parliament, as is required of our standing order, so that officially this can be read as communication from the President. So ideally, this paper means nothing and should be ignored by the clerk, because communication to Parliament must be communication signed by the President, addressed to the Speaker of Parliament, as is required of our standing orders, whether old or new.
Honorable Haruna Idrusu, onena ode ensemni na tudwa no former minority leader na yeka Parliament omo kasapa odi okasapa enne wo mu no ode atudwa se owura Asante Bedi eto secretary to the president edi etumi na wo nti a what the letter be akoma clerk of parliament na waka chrom wo ayade a mu to parliament so sa na aseden or parliament autonomous or den ho untumi mbehye omo de omo aye so omo ye bebi edu no aban no mamomfa bibia mbetoto eye parliament for so ye de amaw set to the bill enya afi na mo bebo delay sinema keka ho Ghana na ye nim say ye court delay system ni adan ha na ye we na o chese open baby aban na ye na adwene say onye ready na obema kwan ma sa niam na akoso nti we Ghana ni a enhwon kofo ayeto aba ma omo na 2024 we mu say san to aba ma omo bi mu ana musu niam enye we Ghana ni ahu say na do dan kwa akufo ade ne Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia muslimini omo ndwene ye ho muturumu so mo abe diska nya ye omo ho ye nti ade no nkoso enya de oba sent to the bill eno na da ho no we yasema e ha adwene yi papa na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sanya kasa anapeya ode atudwa mo beka ya enche na ode ne to kopie mu Eastern region ekofodua ne nimpotem a oshia the clergy no mo di nkomo kan say memeye Assemblies of God ni ye Pentecostal or ye Assemblies of God ni nigidie kire ne say eye bone enya de ye saa de na ma Sodom and Gomorrah ye dija ehye ya lot ne dodom epa bibi fae nto nji ntumende enji ntumechina asofu na bones Ghana fu na ye TB the whole plane enya sema sabi o me na mabetra make ya de obi hu ye say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama declare and stand out say ochiri on makwinda wasa kasa fa ho mo condemn His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo so directive parliament to say omon submit a gay bill number 2 nanim no assent to mate His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de wakasetia which say ono no so nde so chena say sia no Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo eni na ban ye nyina no ye daachi yenkwala omoba ye dachi ahwa no manga na ekosi say yenim country say Kenya country be say Kenya Nigeria besi nde omu kwem say wo obeye ye betwe waso Nigeria kra de si ebekun besi nde IMF ni omudi nkita ho World Bank ni omudi nkita ho Kenya so sa ye ko Tanzania ni na sa just obi kase say a president has sent it to the bill and I say or sign ya sanko fui eni ebe twata isimanya de ombeka say omuni ebe ye adwuma bi oboa president na nkase na asi ni tirimopo one na ban na esi mtirimopo so omode omon sign na sa niam na akoso enya de a ye sign wi a ye kasa aye mbra nti wo obeye say na ebe ye no ofo no betwam bi enya no kre because countries be them brat wadada so still World Bank ni IMF ni omudi nkita ho His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say wakondemu ono de ochiri na ye ne nwanwa say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ana pay no de tuwa mo men kohwe incoming president nsem o de tuwa
ya oba etimi wari oba bema timi wari bema yina yenim say ya mamre enya dia ya mamre ejitum esum bia ewo Ghana ha bia enjintum Christo sum enjintum Islam enjintum abosomfo mpo enjintum nti eyade a eyechiwade ema yenkrofo parliament na say omo aye krata a omo wie hu adwuma a omo de ko president ono assign na president akase on sign if you say obi de asem no akọ court nti ono obetwen etie ni court beka answer so no pay me sorry me hu letter be a free president secretary ho echo parliament man warning say sakrata no mo mfa ma president office mpo na obi obey lawyer obi oye lawyer bia beka cho say president secretary need to me say obetimi atros a letter no if you say parliament constitution and ashem rama omo say omo ye sa eyini wi a omo fa nko president ho nti untimi nka say ma onye ne juma say on famre ompo obetimi aka say obi say ma president and sign nti me twen etie Supreme Court but untimi throw letter and ma clerk say mo fa emma president as Jubilee House o nti no na wo hwe senya o throw letter no mpo a enye bu o throw letter no bibibi to say o to me be echa in parliament Na saa nneɛma no sɛ ɛma amambo no ɛnkɔ yie. Nti yɛnim sɛ yɛ NDC deɛ yɛdi mmara so na yɛbɛhwɛ sɛnea nneɛma bɛkɔ akɔsi.
We dear Filiga Doch when it to him. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and pay no the two jaw Oti region. Now what can one say? What condemn and the crack? Yamity Mrs. Sosu, so so he wants to so and Madachi and the Mercoso. A dear ye who be that yen and man ye be. Nasabi a banya ya twa ba man de or to soso. You be no. What can one say me break? Oh no, emba or bani or bar, Bermani Berma. I said Berma, what kind of bar? Meboa. Sana Bible kae. Ose be mo kwan da oba ho. Wanka se e be mo kwan da se bi wa wadanfo be me nachi. Ente sa be ma kwan oba ho. Te be meti he. Elizi wo hoi, me kwan da elizi ho. Sana tie. Sana tie. Nti sana be ma de woni oba na ebo. Sana tie. Na president so nti wa kwan da mo aka. We yeah, was second time I was saying this is so. And chair less than bare man in a wisi soon pay me and one. Me no name, Merco. We a gun in here. 2024. The show was sitting him. She near me cost woman not to abapa. Young fell more bay near me be a bay musu. No, my a bay. They be I was saying, yes, a gunner. Ye, a yammy mine. And I encassa. They be a gunner in yammy mine. Na ye yammy dear swat, ye yammy up a ye near man yammy. Huh? Ye nyame hwehwe na be sad. It is Excellency John Dramani Mahama kase de wan kase hwe obi a obetumi ama man no aye tene ne man na sem na ode atudwa ntina wa condemn no na ene majority for so akase o o say agenda 111 His Excellency Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo do tudwa say omoye ntai duru bibi omo sa ahemfo no kran release land ne bi eye nsase ne bi mo nya bi nsi. Yehu agenda 111 ba kokura no aya complete yehu se omusi nsase ne bi omage mia me krom western region chama moma nanano ma ahemfo etutu ntoma kwotena awiem ewie hye hone dama na nanano se mewe omu ye sambod kese besi se yenko ohwesma esma anashama den dotran we si hospital bi ho ntidam. Na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say asemana what kind de obesi agenda 111 wa district biemu no esododo esun eye promise a eboroso abani ntumenye majority say entesa na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na asema okasa no ombesi on fact oni mo ka asema majority kan no or parliament ade sumunsi. Baby, or young completed, baby, or cry, sabi omuntu foundation cry. And then one system. No ma comes His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on Kasa with fact. I am conquetti asama, a majority in parliament to the two, if agenda 111. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I can say, sa promise and a broso sododo in Timbra.
Of which he described the agenda 111 project of government as over ambitious and unrealistic. There are times that the minority, often than not, has made politics with Agenda 111. But then we have taken it as politics as usual. We did not expect the list from the former president to join in the chorus of attacking Agenda 111. So if you call this as over-ambitious, if you call this as unrealistic, then it is a sheer attack on the manifesto of the NDC. That the NDC's manifesto was over-ambitious, unrealistic, full of lies and deceit. Because if you say what you mean, and you mean what you say, you don't forget it at any point in time. Your boys in your party would go and make politics out of it, but you, the leader, you don't go that route because of the manifesto. And if you see, we in the majority have always had this, and we said we'll allow the NDC minority to make their politics. But we would wait for the day that the leader would speak on this issue and we'll come at him. So, if you said you were going to do 88 hospitals and MPP said was going to be 111, then What made this unrealistic and overambitious? The former president has been disingenuous. He has been inconsistent. Just saying things, just going away. We've passed that stage. We should be a bit scientific. We should mean what we say. And if you are not able to do it, doesn't mean when your opponent does it, it means it's not good for the country. We should go past this sort of politicking.
Doctor, you are free. I don't know the majority anymore. Omuden Sami Eka. Name is a sama doctor, you are free, honorable. Okay. Omanka so my. We are gone near Bissasa, him fan of what is agenda 111 Omeri. But another see Omugo so answer no best sorry. If you are Kunyano Suna, it is a baby asset. In 111 hospitals, various districts in Mekahon. In Bissasa saying, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kasana, Doctor, you are free, Sambra Bium. What's more can I see him? Sambra Bium. Now, Sana Metwa Sona Yetie a minority no so, Honorable Kobna Menta Kando, or ranking on the health committee in Yebetie, and also the respond or the man, no, Putu Prum. Make us say office of the president. So the abetuja. Hey, now where's your asem? Temoya refinery company limited. This you almost say almost the new board above. Board for fro. Naba. Inti former board. Okay. Inti maybe I'm a banama baby na yashono. What the M4 nabo akando the end twaso na yenko yenim. Honorable Kobna Menta Kando. Ranking on health committee. And also I respond to Dr. A free are you a free and then some of the two jano. And some more kind I say it be a my agenda 111 no we see hospitals no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Khan say broso die unwo baby a no kra na waka no. Honorable so it to me I responded to Sansemi a doctor you a free all majority side the two jano. Mama yenko ti asama honorable Kobna Menta Kando the two jano. Na me ba me de putu promunsem no me de amao.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presidency is not a joke. And therefore, as a president, when you speak, you must be as close as possible to the truth or the facts. We are all human beings. A certain margin of error is allowed. The president said that he had 111 hospitals, hence the name Agenda 111. Not 80 hospitals. Not 40 hospitals, that he is going to construct the facts available to the committee support the fact that they cannot construct 111 hospitals before 2025. Number one, the whole project is estimated at 1.7 billion Ghana cedis. Take note of the figures. As of the last time the Agenda 111 Secretariat appeared before the committee, they had distributed or disbursed 251 million out of the 1.7 billion. So even the Agenda 111 Secretariat are complaining they are not getting source of funding. What they are saying is that they can finish 30% of the project in 2027 when His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo will not be the president of Ghana. They will finish the rest of the 30% after 2027. So why will a president go and give a promise that I will deliver 111 hospitals before 2025 and it is estimated to be completed after 2027? Isn't it overly ambitious? Sure. I mean, what has he said that is different from what they themselves have put on paper for us? So if you know, and I've told you that the presidency is not a joke, before you come out to do something, you must do the feasibility studies, especially when you don't have a reliable, dedicated sources of funding. So if you know you complete, let's say 40 or 20, what prevents you from telling us that this is what I'm going to do? Why will you come and deceive the people of this country? As I speak to you now, we don't have a reliable or dedicated sources of funding for that project. So let us not shift the goalposts. Nobody should go and set his own questions and attempt to answer them. Let's lower the bar. Let us be within the context. What is President Mahama saying? President Mahama is saying that it is overly ambitious and unrealistic. What are they saying per this document? It is overly ambitious and unrealistic. Finito.
Iti di atere no honorable Parliamentary candle ono no di atudwa no. Osiba president ma eka ne se e di ade a eboro so no muntume nye. Nti ono waka Dr. Free wonti ase no kre. Esi ameka se kra hospital ni enya ade a ye wie me ye hu e bi ho kro be kwa asase e de mo foundation kra ye ntuye. Mfa so mbo fom. Nti no kre no waka. Ye respond honorable Parliamentary candle so odi amomo. Monti ase a ye will have Ghana for ye hu meko. Munti hospital go baby a ibi na ye nim mechi he ya la government hospital mo ye de na o mai and say o mo ko bu so mo ye hu mo ye ho o ma ye ndwene ye hu inti ma memfa breaking news no emfa mo reconstitution of the board of Tema Oil Refinery Company Limited me no de anim say oil refinery na egu ana wonim egu na egu na yasan de board fofra betudwa ma memfa ntudwa ma we Mr. Leo Kendo Apinting on the says no obey chairman the ama board no so Mr. Kofi Tego on obey managing director of the company enti ma memfa ntudwa wo hwa board chairman Mr. Leo Apinting no on na other one so na 2 Mr. Kofi Tego on no managing director Dr. Antoinette Tibu Dakon on so wom ansana Mrs. Edith Sapara Grant no suwom ansana Nana Equia Bakuma Prempe ono suwom ansana Mrs. Lorraine Crab Abebio Mr. Joseph Mensa Brown Mr. Alfred George Thompson ono suwom ansana Mr. Paul Kweku Che Ofori number 10 de Mr. Kwame Bafo Abronye DC Mr. Herbert Ato Morrison Kwame Bafo Abronye DC eni die be pie mu ha okwamia bichechio na oye refinery kwamia abronye die na obeye wom amode abronye so atomin abronye ka ho nti kwamia abronye e ka ho na mi bisa se o mampani oye refinery egu de bia union workers union mo ho eye dede egu atene se China fo bi na abeye bia ye de nti sesi an board we no abronye di isi mo de na omo ye wo board no so omo so betange per dem omo committee so omo agege setting allowance na se bi esi GMPC aye memo omo sika kese a COC ye nto ne sikam a former GMPC chairman so omo deserve more nti we mo so kwame abronye ni timi omo so ba bia bekọ age per dem asan agege setting allowance ana His Excellency Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo come back again. Oye refinery there na hwe nkoso ho workers yusu say de bi omo ko omo te wo saa ene meka ho nti board we so omo ba ba ye den board we a kwamba fo abronya di isi mu ka ho there na omo ba ba ye acha say mani sika na ye tutu na ejemu egu ne saa te me pesa abronya betumi aka say oh minim so oye refinery enye adwumenti board no kra me yibu ho afim ye tie ncha afi na aba dia na bronye mo koye oye refinery na egu wa wotema wa wonim baby e wo ye Ghana ye nim se egu ye refinery hwe wo ho o che so mampani de mo ye nse o man ye mbo ye kasa aya dia odwen hu bia wonte ase nti we ye putupruma eno so ebepiem asesi ano abansa nti kwamba afọ abronye no mo mbisa mo ho sa mpanifu ya mabọ mo din o mo ye 11 mo mbisa mo ho bo che ni managing director de na mo koye wo ho sika na amudi na mo dwene ho ana jo nti de ateno no ensam ho pa but o say ye disi na ye tumi pem koye ni wonim say na Tuesday me pa cho meti bia no mensa akadwumedie no so ekoso star 274 hash star 274 hash me pa cho send the option 1 Power FM XYZ Power FM XYZ option 2 nti me pa cho yesi network no wa woni ma to ye network nti ya na ye we nti ya na e wo de te producer say the whole day mo send em be me yesa obe send ni scan na e be kam nti omotimi say men kan kire mo say ye dwene mo ho yenim say mo ye loyal viewers and listeners ye mpese osika be kam e be bibie ho nti tiatia break mam nya abotan maja muni ho aye ni ho na baby eduri me no call Dr. Solomon Apia Kubi ho ono no da Solak natural biochemist ano ono aso no the solar natural clinic ano yenko ni nkodi nkomo semadu apomuden ni hia ebiam kasa say ye pomuden ni siplicita na enche December 17th me akoto aba enti doctor ayakrado odi apomuden nkomo na mai doctor mammo akwa aba
me da see brain and ye hwe irregular menstrual flow in women say yenua ma no mo bi se bosomia so ne de na ama ne na about twice by swat na question say de aka na hwan na afa na akɔhye hen ana obi aso huhumu enye huhumu asembia na ne kwasem say yeni kan hwe menstrual flow na say menses hwe ne de nyame dize enua ma no ye ne say me say me drop map ketua bi won say wa draw so asay na ha no we akɔha no de we akɔha na watwe ase na basay on see ye art kakra na odi ase na ba ha na ka kɔfo ye tie ne say ase ha no ye wa de be fe no ovaries ana say na tukosua to oto egg ne fe no ovum no oto e wa ha na kosua na travel ha be fa de fallopian tubes wi mo na travel fallopian tubes ni ma ho na sabe enam ho no sie ne ye dum hia wa ha sperm fa cervix ni mu be fa womb ni mu be fallopian tubes ni mu ho na head on collision echo the bomb say kinkon na kosua na fertilizer na say kosua no fertilizer apa na fertilize egg no a travel sa beto womb ni mu na adnyankopon desire be fa endometrium and on as a lining all lining atade we form lining atade or and said that time na we no kosua no yato kosua na eba no me lining atade womb ni mu na emu no enye from na say nimu no enye extra smooth say be a fertilize egg na akra na ebo beto kama say apet for there na the placenta no adjoin ne ma me don sha say feed afi yate ase no eti say oba wontu kosua unya menses it's when your menopause na menses ma normal 2 oba when already no of kosua na fertilized wonyem dada unya menses and so normal 3 oba bi ho bia no wonya de fe ovarian so ovarian cyst ya na no ayese balloon bia ensuom na be hang in front of the ovaries no etutu kosua se apa na ba be apento di balloon akoto nsuonim also kosua se koto nsuom se apa na say e ba se bonso menses no be 3 months na mai o mu kakra na to sebe kakra bi adop ya ba na ye on and off 2 months 3 months na obokum na cyst bi ho a e no kosua akotom enti an travel ama ina sebe menses no inflow no matter circumstance no se kosua no anka kosua no sperm bi anka no a sa kosua fallopian tubes no obe travel no abeka endometrium na aye cushion na prepare place no na kosua na emojan abeka endometrium no na break it down na shed ene pie aye fe no menses no ade tie nie e ma bebrebe sebe unfertilized egg no beka endometrium no shed all right but how ba kwa yen share no so esi the kwan no e ya de fe ne candida albicans ye fe ne white no ade hwe linkage no sabi o de po no e wa animu ha enti nsu bi asase e ba ensansa bi so e ba na sa candida albicans o de po no e fungus in nature ba lactose cells na wa himfi ho no ofidi na so fi nsu man all juma ho de na o jana na jana no science fe na discharge no be convert lactose from na ho no to be lactic acid and na se kosua mo na apro ana se milk asay any insura bonsa afa ni ya na se be efref fi oba no on se ni body temperature na 37 degrees Celsius it's a heat kakraka sensu na obonsa ese watwi cassava starch e de gu ho na item kom na abeda o cervix nim between the cervix and cervix vagina no abeda o see apa obonsa as a blanket na abeda how say it flow na eba no eba ebe catchly and first I need 5 days first 2 days ya na heavy no speed eba na kakra trickle far and the buy dia kan na be gu bed ne so it's na bonsa wo de no 5 days about 2 days per echa abobia me sorry na we time na elder bed no so ache no bonsa asha ase e bon twera na ye clotty to bonsa wo next pro na eba ase brebon ketenketi bi na wo sebe e wade na eba afo bonsa pam bi so ensem fata ese di akire na more na nyagopon design say living beings ese be moja fa baby a moja fa be hobe kro it's bad ne so enchenchen baby a sa cloth previous one kwakoto bia no obonse wo time hobe kro ene ma fe edi dan na say menstrual cramps no obonse blood pH 6.8 slight acidic the next time obonse say ensure fe krom say pe na efiye du ebwe atemu da nyamai ya na wo tire sanse kro kenikiti aba ho yes oba se wade en emma Sebi date na miss ebi flow so I question marker. E dre fa ni solar cable measure ho. Solar cable measure nti e bone mane se asotwan. E de na ekwan ma wo. De tie ne se Sebi. Ade na have hang in front. Ama to kosu na tom no one. E be perfect is balloon no. Na dissolve yi science be na better hot every na sane aba. E ba sa se afa be ma wo flow na sebi ateko na se ateko no. E be sha se aba kama e de asomdwe ba. Number 2. All day pona candidate applicants na aba himfi ho amensu bi gu ho sent bi aba ho pampa bi aba ho de bi asenti de wuti ne ho ye kro ketenkete no sa bed na ache 5 years 3 years abaye tinkoma sa bed bi ho no e be dissolve sa bed ne ho no e dissolve ne si apa e be twe sensuo ne cloth ne wo se na pie e two boss oba na ade ne ma no na se ne o sha so you should be fe no solar cable measure no within 2 weeks boss wonya flow ne ba asem ye cloth kakra belong kitchen bi pampa de e mane how one next flow no e be reset it to at puberty unya 12-13 years no date na buy na the second flow no and the original date no why just for access with danger and we say periods e ba sa apa ade ba kwa ya and say Mr. Right aba na Nancy a ye enche kra ye twa ye red ready Valentine buy no wa plan age me wine say be call wife and say me girlfriend ho no minimum ne calendar say be okay because I saw red and now I saw red sister one on decide red and another one decide ma and I saw unkombi the ten say son say me prepared my dwa to me chocolate ameba na son say o dey pon ba I am mismatch into want me an calculate son say time pe bia na only control so time pe neba time pe na kate e ba say na figure dum bu befu e be high relationship bia na me nya ho ade a e go put me off na de be na de am nya certain de na time so na yes am yere den e massa confusion ma solar cable measure se obeboa wo aro set flow no amra bakama e bia somdwe ba e basa se apa candidate applicants oba ode po no e che hon na se bia ma etim ho yetro e yetro bon se now se ye release sperm na bon se e fro na ka apa no ofro na apa no ofro na apa na bom no nyina se wachi to bon se onu kunu hia wi a na ensu e se de nyinsi se ba na sensu nyina se na chi eni kwanse basa wan kasa sebe wo hono se kankan se wonam awia so ache ana woton ade won se hono ase nsuo bia sha se ba wa sebe eni kwase be bodin sa ha no nyina no e be fa ni solar ke ba mesha e sa ha no nyina fi hono amasomdwa ba me kan se no sebe nya ma no kwa ye obe man so sebe wo sim no do fihia a wo pe ba about a year bear man or bear shia have different unprotected sex for a year 12 months na nyinsa ma na ye suspect say ampo ba kwa na omienu ye krawa wo no ba na chef some time ba nyinsa ne ma wo hwe mu ne say when your low sperm count na sebe onkwa monisha most of the time no ya na problem ne say hwade wo ha ya de ni ha and 2 balls no both fruit me no wa na when a produce quantity ba na sperm cell no na produce e say ofa sa homa we sperm that mu no ba na shoot ni akọ go father's day celebrate here they tell say bear ma so kwete gio ene o make say on say ukwa gata na ko so me ho e ma na mu femfem ho na nsansa aba ho na mu ye de bi kakra bi no wo so sensu ne ba gravity no it means step down we are seeing around na gravitational pull to the center of the earth it ade na nsu na ba ha it means step down ba ha na ba see apa ubon sa be se cobweb ana wire mesh na be block is ade we mu ti se wo release cement na ene sperm pass a swimming pool na ubon sa akwa so wire mesh ase gata mo se nyimu fi no ba na efrin na be ka kire say gbam na ensuo no nko aba the same condition apply ha ubon so se what produce 20 million sperms per mil ba na be pim that na sia fine hey can we go we cannot go na ensuo konkonti ba no hia no I sieved out na ensuo na mfaso ne ho abufo bi no apa hwiu ti ubia na se pipe wa bia ne man na gba hwema hwiu SMP to bon se be check count ha no na akoyelo ye tiene say e the same drug for the solak heba me shabe boa e be yi san na free ho amensu na free ho na dissolve san net na free ho e ba sa ase apa bon se total quantity produce ha no the thing na be ba no shoot now as father's day celebrate we na the energy aba na the ba aba fi kwesi bia fa nkomo ehu nyina opisa o mani nkomo kwesi bia we nka nchire obi na de akodi nkomo ka chim sese ni nkomo the MTN no e 0245 61 60 28 0245 61 60 28 0245 61 60 28. I am busy for Airtel no so also Airtel number no so 0261 0261 73 62 63 0261 73 62 63. Kai se midinde solak heba mesha ne bome sabrane se asotwan mema relationship no awade anyinya no akahye na asotwan sa na eseye.
Senkomo Dr. Solomon Apia Kubi Solak biochemist company limited na ni di nkomo aso no kwanche for the Solak National Clinic no Dr. Solomon Apia Kubi yeda se papa wo apomode ho nkomo de amai me nkoje aboafo nkrato ba ko mienu miensambra ye ba Mr. Listo Nana Poku obatina konya atena so ha me di nikudu ba ko ni sie kakra Listo Nana Poku kusi yebetenenka saso na honorable Peter Yaukwachiaka, a member of parliament edema Memphis Central yebete onosonka nti me basisi a me ba nsem go bamba so ja me basisi a Memo akwa babiom de Bat TV XYZ na mo amutie wo Power 97.9 FM and prempre de baby edri and some egubamba so na ekukuda momo fidiem ha ye ba na ye bedo som na ye di ehon komonti ye honorable Peter Yakwachiaka, a member of Parliament, the Ma Amenfi Central in the Western Region. Saasone wo Mr. Eye Listowo Nana Eye Poku wo Fieha and also Anona Oye Executive Director da Eye GGAGG. Another one.
Good governance advocacy group.
Ah, yes. Inti no so kana dream pa. Inti Nana asu wo Fieha. Na honorable room no so which and oh ya so bi nam so and nche wa papa won na ma yeah honorable say nche ha wa so chen is Dr. Nyahu Tamaklu pa
na menchia Dr. Nyahu Tamaklu.
Okay.
Who say he's my mentor and as a mentee no ni nim die ni nyansa na when view in me no adoso papa and sometimes when I'm speaking I don't take it lightly at all because meaning say it's not easy to wear such a wisdom hat. We are friend a wisdom hat, and it's only two in Ghana.
Okay.
And for Listowell to wear one because a godfather is wearing one, I don't take it lightly at all.
Yo,
so, yeah. Or the your friend is saying accrual of what do we call it? Praises and
praises.
I accrue it onto his name.
Okay.
Yes.
Until Listo on na eye kusipuku na yete ne kan good governance kwanchefa odano eno no honorable kwachiaka honorable akwaba bibia boko de
ya me de nyame na bibia boko na me chia we constituency for Amenfi Central
nanse me ko ho me ko east chairman atochi ye mini papa chairman na me ba pro ko mo ho no Central honorable I am the send me hu ha but am say Central sendresa shemo anya sa na because since a year 92 NDC in Lucy wo a year Central hoda anti me did say me ko so mu na mo fa mu nan si because listen me call ho na e formonry then some na o mo complain anya say I am the send me hu ha hu flyer na mani age pa say
I think
honorable
yeah one person I've known him from afar.
Yes.
And through somebody I've met him before. Say Nire Efikakra but owo dia I was say yenyina yeboa e man e kron because he has worked immensely for this country even before becoming member of parliament no wa ye adwuma papa and I know, sir, those that know him, they know his capabilities. However, news to me, sir, he lost the primaries. But you see, when you go into such a context, not BBC here, you still have to show your strength because without you, no,
I mean,
without him,
okay.
It will be difficult.
Because of honorable onyo no be the party in 2024 nti about to dom nam mama
no because
nti say we are part of the constituency
it's true he has worked me can't say for him to know say I watch him very closely say onya meye MP no onya na adwin but they went to bring him by force.
Yes.
Not on at some point he was not deciding. Time no so say. So I think say he should just look up to the bigger picture. No, you are a subject that we need to discuss. The wrongs are
good compliments are Moma. But
you deserve.
Me person me kasa wo. Constituency in 7. Yes, I know Atochi. I know him very well. Yeah, East. Mr. Media friend Bakoyoko. Some young man, also a chairman of Mihono. Now, I'm in Persia Kasa because me baha purely for the business at hand.
Okay.
Because of conversation, because I'm radio and TV view.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but more can say obi what now elections are much will depend on you. But the amount say yeah me Hong Kong, almost all the places here Lucy we are having problems. Now yeah, mountain attention so call one more. Politics, sometimes people feel so we need primaries, not winning.
No, that's not the case.
They try to put one or certain MP down.
No
sideline. No.
They just said sideline. They can't say you do any ade. We need our just we. Then the reality sets in. Once after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, no one who say no.
It's true.
Something is you need that person.
It's true.
If nipa also wa there we need now be winning seat no, then you don't need that person now or no lose you know.
Oh no.
So sometimes you need to tone down.
Okay.
Because primary is about 20 say money there cause Ghana. Winning general election no. But many of the people do not know this. And I'm a central. So I have people in parliament here discussing. Obia we say oh I'm joining here and you be lose seat no. But if you know that,
that's true.
Then why did you treat that person that way? Obi Lucia, politics, you can lose, you can gain. It's Obenya and Nije no abe join here.
Okay.
If you said here, Obesi Ayano. Then we are counting, no, it we town to do a near, yes, say. They come in some who know why, maybe, but I don't want to discuss it.
Okay.
I felt say, Obi because you are nobody.
No, you are somebody.
The chicken will come back home to roost.
Yes, to roost, yes.
It drew her. No. Okay. I am say you want the other person to lose.
No.
And now your anti-party activities here. But no. Miss Sama, I've never spoken.
Yeah.
But no.
It's wrong.
We need somebody.
No.
Paying of fear. Enti yeveda se papa. Say ende asame di hine negu bamba so ye hwe eye transmission of the Human Sexual Right and Family Value Bill 2024 make us say Secretary to the President ODB Akoma the Clerk of Parliament Ghana's Parliament House for Ura Cyril Keonsia say momo tra ni se bimu in semne ekopiem court Dr. Amanda Odoy sa so na yenua Sky so munna de kopiem ntaban ni say omunya abotre kakra asset to the bill for now yebedi ho nkomo na temoye refinery so make say enye adwuman omo de managing director for Frakoto so the board omo da board no so aka ho make say kura kwamba afọ abronya DC owo bono region MPP chairman mu na aka ho oye refinery ye adwumo nso makoso no
refinery I said that collapse
mintie madwen che won
akobi omo private one no and almost had the board members
Chinese phobia they are common mintie wadwen che crown side
yo ma men fa konya we so na menchia etiefo dofo ni atamfo a omagibre ewia enwumre etie yen ewo kasafidie kakraka oman Ghana hafo bia abankesiemfo nyina eti nti ma menchia obibia na menchia honorable na memo na baso ne adwumaso a omo ejina Ghana fo anem edino mrashe bedwam na memo abaso so ne adwumaso a won so wo ye boa oman Ghana mpuntio yo se ye ka ye krata Kofi Asante bedi atuo ade ne nsa hye ase the former clerk of parliament on say krata
okay si kwen mu anu ti wi a na e de oye fine de nso abon
yo krata no ejina enuma baako miensa bi so a mepese mebobo na magina so e de ama mrase bedwafo aboato agu ye wo mrase bedwani ti ha
oh yes
nti se bia me kochewa I stand to be corrected but as far as I know my references and my questions thereof no I'm a man who say Akwaye to say wo tro letter akoma mampani ewo abankesiem on the head of the executive. And so you cannot address a letter to a secretary when it is his letter. What I say? The legislature has the speaker as the head of that arm of government.
Yes.
And if you want to do anything that should be valid, you must address it to the speaker. You me I know Kofi Asante be there too.
Okay. So
unim say oni undergrad certificate bia and say osemeboa ongu manimu ase na medin a ye friend list wo no animguase en kan forever on say university kwa okoya owo undergrad certificate so ukofa o papa certificate ko school a nimdie no unya na wetimi dia bobra. What must I say? He addressed the letter to the clerk of Parliament.
Yes.
Clerk no, or ye speaker messenger. Or no, and speaker, a person or ye bibia or sumano. It is a old truck rata now truck honorable clerk. Transmission of Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill.
2024.
Now address it to the clerk of Parliament. In the first place, there was someone who said, Kofi Asante Bedi wa bon. No wonder say my way at Japan no. If you have this one as the secretary to the president, what's why a lawyer ni? One go university, and so a lawyer. Only undergrad certificate via say what first degree. Only be, but he is a lawyer. And you're born and I'm not born only who is the head of that institution. We have only 3 arms of government. We have the executive, we have the legislature, and we have the judiciary. It's like addressing a letter to the judiciary. What's wrong? Letter no means say the head of the judiciary, a chief justice.
Chief justice, yes.
Now what's wrong? Letter come and the secretary. Our sumano say, me need you maybe. Who now sumano? So they should treat this letter with the greatest contempt it deserves. It lacks even merit in locus. It lacks locus. Where lawyer ni where lawyer ni? She or copy or copy the vice president.
Yeah, the vice president.
Or copy the chief of staff. We no copy attorney general.
Yes.
Or no attorney general no. Or no ne was say or two abideful legally. Emma aban who say emra kwan so ne was say wofa. Adie we no. The first person that ought to advise the president, a attorney general. But in his capacity as the secretary to the president, and one thing you can nepotism as someone. Say a friend Kofi Asante, the deeper no. And oko chebi, and omobo carpenter kunya bi man. A carpenter kunya na omobo man no. And a man in your side na bedi etuo no. Your friend Kofi Asante, oko prep college ni dear friend no. Ba akraka yi na dini nyina ni dia odi ko school no e friend Kofi Asante ni papa nso di Kofi Asante ni papa owie LLB ewo University of Ghana 1979 ni papa certificate and wode na mo so Kofi Asante be dia tuo no enu ntina onim sa oni sa nim die no oni sa capacity no ya de dwen ehun se must I address a letter such as this to? In what capacity must I address that letter? You are just a mere
secretary to the president.
Secretary, a mere boy to the president of this country. And you don't even qualify because son in Diana ede kwa secretary no nibi. Mi refi ya minimum kra sebio oye press secretary to president kra no. They say Kwabere Japan no no. Who needs him dia Kwabere Japan no mo? Ono kra me ne say me ne nya adwen. Nwuram eno kra so oba no ene bema no. O ma bomusuo die twanwan gu omo na so. Me kra me enchapi. BBC ewo Kumase. Na me ne Oman ye kwa ye and ye copy so. Some 20 years ago, I remember. Say, beda de bebrebe de na sia. Ye sia kwa bi de kwadwa animo se ho anwan. Woni oba koda wo nwuram. Nti ohene no ama ya bonabomo ama ya twadwa egu ne so e de snap egu so say ya twa na su afi kronim. Anu po. Enye so oni krama na koda yo. Enye so oni adwe na koda yo. Enye so oni abreche, enye so oni ofui.
Nipa ba.
Enye say ya say ofui kura de ne say pipi atare e beto ama nti. Enye say ofui ni bi na om no makoda. Na om ni oba ne be ma akoda ne ya twa na su. Ya say sade ne ya tiwade enti Muslimifo e Kristofo ene ya nananom nyina ka bomu se enuoma ye ya tiwade no e ma ya nye entena mamu e meka se e human rights na human rights ni ya no akura ase be hye enti me mafie ya be no e ya tiwade na nama ya nwie nso ya mfa ye se enche na wata fra me bi akoyem ya nwe enti sanete ya dia yanya emra ye de beta kire se ema oba ni oba enna ema bema ni bema enna ema obema nka se me de makohu ade na osami ni penti me ne koda ema oba nso nka se makoto kraman ema ne kota frɛ me ho tafrim scoffit ni sanu ma ni nyina eyeti wade enti mum ye den yanya emra ne afanta ho Pese posi ni abeto se woni oba ese ka mukura ye bibi na kan esi wona ye pakam you say you are doing something friend indecent behavior oba kra yi ne ho na se ne ho adeja na deja ebeto abontia you say indecent doing is against the law is a criminal it's a criminal act na ya ye mra se e ma ye ma oba ni oba na be ma ni be ma na Christopher ni Muslimifo ni traditional fo bia jatum se ya famra nkone yensensan a na me ka semwe
okay
na me de awie
ye na fewie mam yeah
hwe se wonya amro ba na yesi ye mra e de atia amro bria sabi utirim fan a tina mai wonku won konko ka se amro ba sa ye modan so nya amro ba na yesi ye mra de atia amro bria unkojira ba bia ensu da se amro be saye mo den ade obewia mo mi no obewia me ena otuma se e sanse omuye binti abankase mo me se ada o mbe free ho no isi ekoto akasa ship baako ye de ko ho nyina adwaman a omo no ho no
okay
ene sabi enyoma omo ye wo ho no wo de yen kwa kire kura no ora lord ko me metia wo e kire he ya me tia ne keke etira heya mo etira heya uduru wa rebe ho me tia tani me
jo so me da se papa
ko fia santi me tia wai ayi gabi o me tia no me tia pado mo kire me tia obi bia ade na da ho no enya de ketua omo de omo fa ni agro na me sese Christopher Muslimifo ene yenuanom for once any politics in Tunche.
Okay.
Now let us all come united against this force. Omo air try for the first time in the history of Ghana. Because say yetimi ababesi LGBT office. E wo Ghana ha. Ama ko bia no akotwa paso e dia paso akotwa ade mu.
Chaba akokro mu hu na Shoma na estate. Omo move akwasha amasama.
Omo ko bia bi otesa no.
Omo bi so asa amasama.
Oh, enti besre.
Yo.
Mum yanka ya humom. Mesre Pentecost and penifo. Me de ma so ye Pentecost.
Me
nuanum bi so ko adum chedua. E na bi mu so ko Philadelphia. E na me so aba kun so me ne tenkra ha ono so ko Mozama Disco Christo Church. Omo nyina akra say omo nyina tie.
Me da say
me sorry yanka ya humom yankuntia.
Me da say mamenda
eye.
Listen na eye kusi poku ye na so papa good governance executive director. Mame ko honorable eye ma yawo eye kwachi aka ho Peter. Ana wo yenti.
Yo medical chia me constituency for ene ahwefo nyina me hye wo nyina. Na asɛm ya minu ya kan ɔkasa papa mu pem na me so de befa ba bi kakra wohwɛ LGBTQ++ ya historically emra President the Onion Baby Cree, Atamils.
Atamils, yes.
Bidika a historical. Obetra so ye Freddy Bisano. I say abrochi say no almost lobby pass uncle for almost come the lobby into bar. No much da ba ho e behwe say e kwan da ho a. Atamils can say there be or prefer say be die here. Since say ye beje sa emrana to ye kurum ha. Into man try. Owu na eye President Mahama so buy. Also buy ya no be interview no. O say there be ya mamra no ne enkrofo no omo nyi sa na mentum your culture no and support to such a thing and he doesn't think as a president no which ma decide na tum so okay no mo twe mo ho e ho na Jack so buy no dia di be pim no hey onia Nana Akufo sa LGBTQ you ho say I say oh it is bound to come, bound to happen.
Yes,
na say yenya pressure group no mo sorry na mo ye pressure then the thing would eventually come. So one more chance mo demonstrate na mo ka ho asema e bagima
to see UK sa na mo di two
sa no ye di two nti o so pressure group no sorry e ho na krofo say oh ni na kwan da ho e be di agro fie ho mo ye fe na krofo na wo kan office ni akobue na ye we they say o mo say president lenient on that you know
motorway promote billboard wo
billboard
nso na ebu no
to na osachi enti president ma ho kwan nti enso na ehu say si anhwe ne anhye mra bi a anhwe a ebe hadwen na parliament private members bill obinum kam ho bo mu a omdi mra bae for good reason no inya speaker so support you na just say to catch a long story short ya pass bill na edi akose president or sent say yemra mu no unya ya bill no na owia enye law give the president a science na de ye see de kwa na ni finance minister new one ye yi no obe sound alarm bell me ba em sa adoma na ha some na ye so the president be some so president on sign me candidate that so on some say I don't know some say debi Jack in sign on sign kra we kai adom we go kan ho ma I say no we dey obe sign so on sign mo tra me we but an China finance minister na be here propaganda oh some sign I may follow no ni ade no on fa mayen what has that got to do with us na I am for mayen o from sikane other countries or what sign Kenya the African countries many of them have signed and so still they are on IMFA na Oma asound warning to Oma is a man president is signing the binus of your man or two a federal ya you say letter ya na okay obinum dia court the president and sana na mean you call your constitution article 106 now call sub 8 na the kind of brofum which you actually so say where the president refuses to assent to a bill, he shall, within 14 days after the refusal, state in a memorandum to the Speaker any specific provisions of the bill which, in his opinion, should be reconsidered by Parliament, including his recommendations for amendments, if any. B. Inform the Speaker that he has referred the bill to the Council of State for consideration and commit under the Article 90 of the Constitution. That is a provision. So president on your crimes of on signing. Yeah, the qua a day within 14 days, no, or sign on sign Obama memo. What the about Parliament say because of this portion. No,
it's men sign.
What the I become memorandum na ya refer saade na aba back near the concern near the ashim
okay
near saade aba for signature yes so I do refer ma a council of state no so bobo hu na omo your recommendation na odi ba that is the only provision but president no kwan so baka say me sign Who say obi di asem na court. Na court no a Supreme Court omo ko no. Omko interpret the law and say omko ye law and say bill. Where yenya law. Law ni ba na Supreme Court beka say yes, law no aba no. Supreme Court na interpret and you right. Now what the law is a bill. Sign bill no menya law. Law ni we are na Supreme Court abem say legal and say illegal. Where the Oma Sheda ye crocodile joining. Oma chole letter. Machine say nimpa crocodile or did court no. President di can once them answer na de chi nipa crocodile court. Yes, Oma na assume nipa say onye sa de no. No fa bibi infanto so.
It is a banten ko
yes, it's minua aero hu bebre na saade de enne nke ye pass ministers no speaker ni ha o say obi ade won sa be kan no wo clerk onim na de ade ne ba say ento so aba oba wasem be free parliament ho e be walk out until I'm holding on. I know the year basso because speaker the new war sa LGBTQ plus it's also on sign because Emra Harrison buy no akwai Kamara Harrison buy no president assured say parliament will pass it but on the final decider all can or can be judged or the jai more money the umpe omoje wi a me ha ne beba ye be hwese ye be san ade na that's what the meaning speaker no say okay some ministers no ye be pass ya me na me so baba nti otu kwan e kira so ye rise o kira ye rise nti ministers ne de omo twa kakra sa say ayi e ba opemu na nkasa ba wa hwa me ya makodi o ma eti LGBTQ look at our condition. I mean, medically, your proof is a sanction from yes, almost rate of getting infected by AIDS higher. And your medical yes, and ye who sa no. AIDS a better can say we man you be open no. It is too bad. Then so the president per se sad ye free. And you me can baby say me ready e open we dey e one dankwa bi dankwa nanado ni wofa no jebi dankwa ni ba no o ye known gay o de ni yire ni ira na ni kunu two men amkotena Morocco ohona amkotena ni gay partner no che say ona ye bema na bema ba ko ne yire amkotena ko bo mo bra awutisa we born now hey brother yeah historically no what you said they are protecting something yes family a year man or popular he was a writer our show books near the no actor and I think a writer very popular almost family no why side you know or dankwa they will not try to obliterate his memory into no there omoma side better so na ye eti miniano say anye as a papa the president or the Ghana ye nyina at least o kasa o ye severe about 95%
ye chiri ye mfa ye haram kra
yes and I Bible so say homosexuals and adulterers shall not enter into the kingdom.
No ma she Sodom and Gomorrah
yes
na me cause ma
cathedral ya wako krabuba free Israel would be share adiasi yesi dan adiasi so wo yasem ya niska na bono ya chata plane ba ku na boy da plane mu na ehim
serious
plane him
mama ye kwet man to take on man to take on okay who person okay
such a mentality leading a country like this country, beautiful country like Ghana. What do you expect of us? I may refer me to that search on Google, but IQ averages of the world. Out of 199 countries, Ghana is 190th because of Akufo-Addo. O president in here. You expect to be seen as Obi a white also. And then Kwalanket and Kitty Kochana Nekoshe. Abrabo Mobo. And Kolano have been trained for their minds to work. Who Akola would do SHS no? Teacher Nino, Akotro Apoamano. And was such an exam say Yene Passy. We no. Yasasa Ubana Passy. Now that's what I work for the Panian Wua. No other catch say, Minam ye. Yo,
Elizo, we're not refining one country.
You see, I think, say, on the refinery, you know. Ada Akufo-Addo swear into office. And I'm a throw to my Facebook page, say, I'm a Christian. I'm not so religious. I'm not so much into religion. I just believe that I have a God that exists and I have a relationship with him. But I believe so much, say, that God, time is mightier, even than God. And so time is the mightiest judge. I know my dream almost say, Akufo-Addo Ameyema Mpenia, and Quebec say, the best president that never was. No. And ne, Omomeka Sanche, because Omo to Abame Akufo-Addo no, the disappointment levels are Omonyano. So for now, offer me say wabumi dua ene masefo no. Wabe bunko to yo me ni mapamechewo. Because o say ne case na o case ye no. Aya asotwe woni so. De bia oda sori na o kai say o yes ade na. Ne Nyankopon etua ne ka. Nti no wapamechewo and I accept it. Hwe ade Akufo-Addo ba ade am kotro ye ne say o wi for wo ma age se obewia na wakum na wasei. There is nothing Ghana Akufo-Addo say no. Akasi ebe two national crest no. They are to get him. Now no because omudi bi bubo omo to say the honorable dia born ebo fefefe. Enu nti omo fere so ombe say no. Aka we pe de yenya ni ayen say no crest we. But the bia wa Ghana bia wa say no state enterprises. The bia to was making profit. As anajo mahama efra bemu. And the word akon. Say to ojidama etusre. He say cocoa board and the cocoa board ma contract 100 Ghana kura wuntimi ntua. Odika ojidama etusre. Omo agu no aseda ko se enkofo bi achi abebie ba ku bi amfre ne se santuo se den den e wotema hwa family na dia omo ankasa dia se nyo omo dia they will never have made private man omo who obi progressor omo ye sadist who pain and ye omo ni die who se wo ateti mu ana nani age who se wo gu adwuma ana nani age because before Akufo-Addo became president, you know, they only had a mentality say, "Oko Japan, everything about the economy, you know, belongs to one family." And so his wish was to make sure, say, everything Ghana will be privatized in their name as a family. And until we are tall, egu kura. And me no ka say, who say tall? Who say mo demonstration?
Workers every day.
And the demonstration no mo ye no. Omo say dan say usukura no na me ye ne mo. Me say brown board member na adwene wo form a oni nim dia
managing director.
Na hwe obi a wode ne ko. Abronye.
Board member.
Abronye we. Oh, ewiase mo mpa ya nya betwa. Akokoro ne nkasa be wo ye minim.
Akokoro nkasa e.
Na say ukotwa be. Abe na wuchei. Na wanya ya ebedu ba bi na akokoro no. Obemmini ayi ye friend is saying mpapa no akoto ne yam ama wakomini so wadwene say akokronika say na akowo minim ya baby o man we aduru no o man ya hwe ye friend is saying all African games here we was spending 243 million.
What do you say Andre Legondi amosema en for free omo ya athletics like do twice. The doom so baba, the doom so aye.
At least you kwana.
And
you
serious. Kwasafo. Me be wasafo. And no friend me no osu. Osu na afi de ma me di dua ba ku nna mu se Akufo-Addo wo be brese na me se Akufo-Addo de when nyina wie. Wo be bre ben bi.
81 no etwem.
What ma say? Enti no Akufo-Addo de disappointment is legendary. Enti to na wagu no. me anya mwanwa
omwa de de na ombe anse omansi kana na ombe bedidi
na GMPC what say GMPC for see into market twem omwa ankasa cramp illegally ato o market twem
na de ye me ya ne say wotie a lawyer blame na sem o kan say o enye hwe omu deserve
enyo ne ka kire togba fe de say onyai abetwa sem no say woye say sadua mo say de na wa wo hwe Freddy Blade na wo hwe say ne wa trope no no koka say obi jai ensawie ene palm wine hunyoma ya on my way baby I gina nye
ya internet sem no so for no so ka ho na membro na bo
internet na sem
John
me dey me hu ni say
hamo
ha dwe papa
mate say Egypt today so omo so omo pa kwan bi omo abaye omo de
I think say baby I drew no I ho na ya drew and internet no has exposed a byway especially Baumia or say or digital man
ne kre pa
me control to my Facebook page say John Mahama why to say internet ono na ye the pivot around which all things digitization and digitalization revolve because senye sadie we ya ekobia kura hu se hwan na de fiber optics kura be ra Ghana ha they say Ghana fo nyina hu se John Mahama na de
buy
Ghana fo nyina hu se John Mahama is very relevant when it comes to internet and digitalization. In fact, John Mahama is the first to have introduced Mijina Baby na America say ever. And this is a sign of how we should begin as a continent. Say, yeah, boy and bra. Because the black man was said to have been capable of his own affairs by Nkrumah how many years ago? 67 years. And we have still been dependent even while we celebrate independence. And I think, sir, moving forward, no, we should be able to agree, sir, the independence now, touted to have been, no, we are not as independent as we claim to be. We are highly dependent. And we should reflect on our negatives. And moving forward, no, once we do so, we are able to correct the wrongs. And yes, sir, near Tratra home, say, na ba umianam, and I mean digitization, and the digitization, no. What done it? Finance, if you are seeing Jansen in a Kokwana, so didn't Jansen in a Kofudia, or they are born a fusion or therefore. Then the Bassi Papa, and the Uribo Wechia, and could be a ye. It's medium the air for you, I'm a Kufado. Say, Okwadofo, a Kufado, when you Baumia, ne one man penny for. Monko in Tatia John Mahama. Monko Siana Quine, and Bumi answer. But my Timian Naso. Bibia John Mahama ye piano. Now was it true? When John Mahama was building the fiber optics, no. By now, and Kagan and Kayan Kwaya Lion and Kaya Bakope. But because Kofian Tuata na eno ofra bamua a Jack Toronto buy what ye koyeti more than 100 years. As a Ghana po, it is a Gold Coast. It mesre about also who was so
the crap.
Ye koye nimu no. Ni ya de dim puntu beba. Digital center, a data center, fiber optics. Your friend says, Slim, Nina, John Mahama, Nina. I could for the Bible and say, what the Basafa say, na can one. There is a dear crowd on ye. And only and the telcos no, or more bread. Uber phone to me near Juma. How many people are they way are rendered almost jobless? Apart from say doom so crass, say you man. Internet so crass, I say. Dum soyi John Mahama eko eje ko jamadien onu ba ya no ne papa anya ne hwe onu de awoko no wagyaw thermal plants ahodo mako sen wasama oil wells sen wasama watuabo se wo de enkoto crude fa gas no pipe ekoto ye fe ne say thermal plants nim ne so kanea no kanea ni so eno kura Akufo-Addo ntimi anye emre bia meko kan say Akufo-Addo ontimi muman na wakoto ni papa hotel e di akodidi hwe se ne MPP for twe o ma no si mi so se ma no oya no obi otoni papa hotel obetimi ahwe o man hotel change bed sheet keke na ma mi breakfast we timi ahwe so o man no obetimi ahwe so eti eno ne ye ne sofo na oka ne ye ne no arish kontomire no eno ne ye ne eti sa omo ano omo adwin bi se Akufo-Addo ye ogefo oba beji oman we asi ho oba beji oman no ama oman na konanim no ana oye oya ohe no ene ne mu ne dum so a John Mahama otimi ko fa thermal plants ena Mary omdi ko Kumasi ko busa so omatimi aso na osei Simon Semensa timi be gina be dwam ka kire Ghana for say so omo ameka bibi papa bi anche na ono be demonstration wache o be demonstration ene hwe de wafranye to twe wura fikura say komado da enti wo be di yen a yen Yesu nanim abe demonstration wo di enti na tisa office ho. You were voted into power to work. You lazy men, go to work and fix the problems we have and stop talking. Napoti ho ope vice president edi napo ono na energy ministry nyina hye ne sa kobusa ne se edi enti na dum so aba
ose omo de yen dum sie
kobusa ayi oba na no ya no oslo usu Akufo-Addo s no kobusa ne se edi enti na ene yetimi atwa fiber optics mu a ene yentimi nya internet ontimi nya nka nkire omo nsu ho hwe sikadie krono kani GVG no wawia one ni kuru kocha di eno de on be wia ne sese enti no so unya adwen pa na wutu hufo se oman papa me be ye amana ye yie se ne achemfo e de aye omo fen se susu biribi ye hwe ma ne nsai na moa mo de te so no wahwe amoa oman na tetia pansam aye te se tebrebe hata no ene de na sabi susu biribi fo mo ka etimi no oman no encha yen ho sika bebrebe a mo awie enam ko hwe John Kuma ba bi oda se why ice block se dum so kran kan kra ene be nwanwa why ice block wo wie sika wo bewu jai legacy ni san tete oma ma oman ni nyina ba bi pa ene John Mahama sebi okọ ne kra chi a obi akọfa ye fa ne san Dubai so a obi abehu se John Mahama wo wani suade hu obi akosta gleme obehu se wo wani suade hu se mi ade ba ko pa etese sa gleme Akufo-Addo aye se mi ade ba ko pa etese terminal 3 Akufo-Addo aye se mi ade ba ko pa etese e block Akufo-Addo aye ni nyina nso so wanya sika chen wo nyina wa diska ni nyina o ma boye ni di wani mu a o man ni si apinie etimi de me de ye futu ama ye nyina wo mo amodo o man no se mo ba na mo be di o man na nimu asese me na mo nyina John Mahama ni mani da so NDC ni mani da so enu ti na mo ye boni ana me tiatia omo no because se nya omo a enka bi kura kaku asi me so ka be kwa kodi akire o yes but me wani da so nti na me mpese me pepre me ho mi ko chesi oso na ekura de okamia me hwe no ti mesre mumi anwe oman ne ho na oman ni mpuntuo ye eche sabi ya ye ho mpuntuo ene John Kuma sika bebrebe a wonya ye etimi sa ne yare ye Akufo-Addo sika bebrebe a mo awie yi ene o yare a sika no betima sa o yare ye John Mahama esi hospital no na mo di na tem covid ba ye ho na mo kogu ye mo sa akura ka se ye nya ne VVIP mo mutimi hu se de mo nkwa America biem na na de
UGMC
mo ko se UGMC afa de Bank of Ghana kra no say they hold a VVIP. So we be a hunyansa and see Sanioma no. Ma man and con anymore. And can buy ye and can we are and can have another quacoda. But I say, Nessica some run for so more man for the Jessica more sell no more sell mine more to tell mine pansam.
Listo bedas papa pambe honorable hona no so or the ne but only menra ye doom light no me rehoy. We drew police hospital na ho nyina sum. Police hospital here any prisons headquarters when you na hosu am say eh ma akwe nipa da ho a na ewu be wan no abo ma mintie we fa no temo ye refinery when you say egu and so ya fa managing director for Frafas
na wo kan light edum
no
and be say na omo ye sports athletics
ana wo hwe bi on
me hwe bi
but what say
beti say
chale ni be guase o
at least gusu yo na light na dum No me na freezy.
No. Oh, serious. No me na edge now. Less than 10 minutes now. I say.
So go.
And over than in South Africa. I'm married. Draw more hockey team. No. Male and female. No married.
Omudia eguso. For the pressure,
easy.
$43 million.
$364. That's I'm rented. Cars no married.
Yes.
No more Sunday. I'm a normal place.
Agwebi wo Jubilee House.
Omwa cars no
me dey kokobo. Me nua fiaso as nigga ne nua no. Konkonsa.
Ema ti se ne nua bi ho.
Ne nua dey friend konkonsa. Ono na dey aban kai renter. Konkonsa. Crime expire.
Okay, eti
crime expire.
I don't know, light off no. Omo nyina freezy.
Oh, and easy.
I am not a
no more 100 meters heat. Maybe no regional was saying. Oh,
because when you are, I have a bua faso.
And easy, no question.
The arrow
is a show phone.
A minor butcher
Dunkania immediately. No, when this why you bring
a minor butcher.
It's almost dooming announced. Yeah, say,
Mamudum so. You're just saying.
And
Akufa,
and Parliamentary. Parliamentary high Casa. Oh, do no. Few neko. No, be a job for
many quadra will be answered. You could say Parliament.
Yes.
Now, you were not like your doom. Now, so. Now, I said, do not honorable way the disco.
And I will got to
finally, dear. The American was a young woman. A year, Nana doing a crop for a day. Mo pelupo sano mo buffem e ho na odiscane de ze e bia ni ho na ka se ho omo aye airport ye wo managing director kita si ye se airport seaport
container bi si ho
ya managing director executive board
na
omo fisika
container keto bi na si ho
yeah funny nti bi the refinery
okay
refinery ya de bia every country uko Singapore. The whole economy is revolving around a refinery. How many oil? Now, island state in Intino, Oka dotted refineries, no over there, 20. Any ship building, a dry dock, and no mass spread.
So, marine engineer.
Yes, some are selling for many years. And you know, and no, so I'm up for a year woman, a dozen, a high paying job. And the refineries any question can did agro. And Kenya oil, can there baby beer from Qatar, Tema, Takrade, a building refineries. Yeah, the refining oil no. Na echo. Yes. Kayan ton raw material and can refine. And this the workers in a woman. Can you not refinery a jumano? Excuse me.
Nyama cost no make na chairman or tan mame.
Now wait a year Mahama Abreso. This refinery was revived. And I just say, Minu can a juma well. You were making profits. When you buy almost a Debbie, yes, Anna, and ye, because if I say a crack, a finished products, no, was all a finer. Hana and the name of your crack finished products. No more giant, sa a refinery, no. Not on the contract, no more, Mamma Crawford. Now, more a petrol, a ship, a carry. No, the abba. Yeah, diesel. Now, ship are carrying the abba. All the products. And carry yen wahano, crazy near the inano, omocranum the abba. That is the trick. Say, open say, omocrofono in Yesica. Now, what good is what? Now, what sounds of a boy, only be bidding Mawasia. What sounds of a what good, my dear, in Yagma, crack all the finished products. We are. What sounds be an imtia. Where you managing director? Microphone ye on saying board 11
board a painting a dano
on my risk about
no na a coffee a teguna
yes and a
managing director
come back for
Abronye
what on my risk on my risk bones on my risk now this country no your priorities man why are we poor? Okay, sports here sika akom. What is wrong with us? Now, Shasa, a whole year, President Amia True, Buadan, omo justices omo dan ebu buagu eye scholarship
compensation kra almost a private buildings e wo compensation besin de yen
scholarship secretariat ni government buildings ebinum embassy oburi na agu wo say nyame e de ade ahye wakoma say besi dan ma no are we normal
do akwan so ensase go ho
no we don't need that cathedral
wait
but I say NDC bar that place yamanye monumental clinic hospital papa yanya manya say tour yes health tour ma other African countries in amombra ho na me bi kire Akufo-Addo ne nkrofo say wisdom no ye boa na ase sua na amombra ho me sam ho yare since di saade ne be ye yakra boba di ahye fam ye be si cathedral wo yare a no akoda UMGC University of Ghana UGMC University of Ghana
UGMC
na asofofo na omo support we no omo nya yare pe omo no mo dwane akọ University of Ghana omo nkoda asoda um ye sam yare kongon sam yare what kind of people are we
yes na konkon
what kind of people are we enti enuanom aya na yare ho we need a change of mind feel as a country yinya o kan ebi ne call afcon hwanim guase kogu no one level ne call ye no scan your spending ye no
budget no so say
e do so sene wo me
ultimate trophy
o me trophy no Ivory Coast for budget a o me ye no o me de no e shache ye dia ye call only one
ye bebre
what kind of life is this ntimianom enya nwanwa ye Guitar Seaport no omo yesa kwa mo fa so discount no ya to amanfo bia konya bibindi no I should think say they have sense say they are going omo sense they say ne kwa bia mo fa so a obi anso be di no we kwa echale say ye ko nti am so be di kakra ton sase no trade fair yes
abansa se ho ba ku bi omo government story building bi ya to won benim di we had se we hu a wo ko eyi ho no GIS one ya said that to one way
ni je we mu ani je we mu ni say nyame emma okwase nyansa asase ye bobo shi ye botom enti asase na wo wadwen ye o say wato no se Kwame Nkrumah ton ma ne ho a owu ye no na the property say Kwame Nkrumah fie we ni ebi ni ho John Mahama o ko fie no ba bia na odi ni tibetu kura no ebi ni ho yes
yes mekai
enu na ma ohene ne omukosi nkonya se omuma ne ntena ba bi otena na omo se omo mpene na se osafo mafunati o ohun lipa ohun se wudi bone na yankopon oma wure afinyansa oti ase se edi no oti ase nya ansa
wow
nti wure be finyansa na fe nyoma wuye nyina ye say Ahitofel okotu David for o say Erade ma ni nyansa na nya nkwase asem na afe nyansa na wo trim ni say o mi di we ni nyansa mi wi o man ni na aye nkwase asem wo to asase no adan ahodo a mu sie hwe ukọ cantonment ahụ na high rise buildings are omo ya you ask yourself say to what end me senka me ne John Mahama na kan be mampani just 1 month and even 1 day and kan be ni nyina be children's home na omo a power for na omo de da kan kwa
no makodem
omo akoda omo ne cantonment for no akotina omo so deserve to live in cantonment because the special prosecutor here na adwuma yie na wabusa wo say a source of wealth no how this is adan you can't show. And it is illegal not to be able to show your source of wealth.
Then?
Okay. I pray. Change is a constant word. And I pray for change. And I pray that we will change our attitude. I pray that we will change a government that is deteriorating us. I pray that we will have a change. Now, a tinabi, a baby ba, that's all so. Or yes, said your mu ye bia, then you won't say Ghana is doomed. And until may bonfire say, with John Mahama in mind and knowing that he was very selfless, a president and a servant leader, no, the betimi enya sika eson faso at least ebi ni hɔ mpo no yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ nyɛ ɔno ankɛnɛ imagine sɛ Ameri ni hɔ Kapa wɔ ni hɔ ɛni etuabo saa nneɛma ni nyinaa ni hɔ a enka so no enka bɛyɛ sɛn ɛwɔ hɔ mpo ni na enka ni hɔ
yo
ade a wo ba wo say in excess akurasi bi ni kanea wo say we have excess capacity adwene no ɛwɔ hɔ
me da se ma me come message here na
but we have to move forward only with that hope anya sa say yetetia ɛsɛm a yɛkan no afufu a wɔn kɔfuo mu no sɛ nyɛ John Mahama ɛne NDC a nkɔma no
nesia wasantime ma yɛ mɔbɔ
oh
asantime ma yɛ mɔbɔ papa
ɛnyɛ mɔbɔ ada akrobia esu sɛ yɛdum ne kanea no na ɔmo te baabi na ɔmo twetwe
ɛsɛ ne frage sɛ
ɛnɛ ɛnyina boa ɛgya hia to obi a
but I say
so perform
but I say na me ka say a Safari Valley Eco Resort na me pacho me kan fo am we nim say nyame ya adoma next week Easter nti Easter festive season wo ma ye na ebusua ni na mfa ni nkyere Safari Valley Eco Resort na ye nkwaje ni na wa wuduru ho a wo hu antelope zebra embo ahoro chimpanzee ne meka ho omaye man-made lake bi oho waterfalls biano wo ho betumi akwakoda for a festive season weekends bi when we dofo ne ebusuani na akwakwaje wani na make wadran yo say we chire ne atwire bia e eastern region here Okre district ho na obehu we eastern region nti idini e Safari Valley Eco Resort na make amfo amo oni ebusuani nkonkohwe mwa horo ne anije wo ho mframa na bofa ho a esinesi papa anya artificial one kase weni bedche so ni ebusuana ko nkwa wokwa ebe bibia o ntime selfish wokwa na mu na motumi akoma enije etumi aba nti ubetumi anya baby ada ene meka ho nti se wutie me for reservation na motumi a reserve dan amo woni ebusuana ko amape baby ada ubetumi afre 0596 9143 94 0596 9143 94 na woso akwakobo weni akohoma ku fili wama weni age wa Safari Valley Eco Resort. Me pa cho Moses Clinic and Herbal Center medro so am so men kan show say the Moses Clinic bibi foforo krefi o masoye de aba Moses garlic capsules Moses garlic capsules see foforo kraba bo mamboja ni die fru sane broni freno blood circulation saso obi ho se nsa ne nan ayetitriti saso na cholesterol level no betumi ateso am oniema bia mbo ni padua no be ni na afima oso etumi afa ho adi kama wonya wa pom de ntime kanfo Moses garlic capsules de amo na me kanfo Moses clinic na nkasa so wodi wani kyerem ho a mema no wo prostate gland no ho aka wo ko meboa wa ye mbre wo mpem saso na oba ne be ma mohia wo moja mbroso sitwe yare saso na typhoid stroke ne yare ahro na omusanso di enum ho adwuma me kire dental problems na wo de kwa ombe white na osiamo cavities no mbe yi kaka ebetu osikama de amo Moses Clinic and Herbal Center. For any Chirmo Dental Police Barrier opposite the police station, Sasuna AESL building inside Ghana Highways Authority Yard, Wakra Ministries. At J Kojo opposite a school for the deaf. Ubi home Sasuna Ubi home Kumase, Ahemai Kokobin Santasu or Boasa Quine. So when a doctor and Dinkomo 0244068 447 only Moses for Nkasa Dr. Amuzu ono no da Amuzu Herbal Clinic ano also men kan cho say bema dey be your time about 6:30 bema dey be ana wo kan ceiling this amana e omo pe long distance o mo pe heat ma short distance so 100 meters ni 200 also to me call long distance anya sa kiti ubezimoko men fifrefre atwer enti be patio bebre say bia kodwo to ne dey bia wo hwa ase sa so na so te one person who sees here we are Paul Street or low sperm count. STI say how Yara Hurina will be our ton since 19 term and saying what 20 term pa send a garawa is in a year. Ina no me ha bo to ase stroke ni na wo de wani chemo Dr. Amuzwa obebo nkran ha obe hunu Achimota Christian Village opposite the Puma filling station so na Madina main station adjacent Melcom Ashamai wo a Lebanon second step Kaso amam from my police station, metro amam from police station. Sasona Kumasa Tafu, Amuza Junction on more 02419593 26 on Dr. Amuzu ndi enkomo. Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Dr. Akwesi Eduya waja awos bebre nankasa or say hepatitis wo ba obebo fatty liver sciatica prostate yemkuro obi ho akompo haloni na woko behwe twasiamo Kumasi branch of Yas Lake Bosomtwi Road ho opposite Jespro Filling Station Accra ha or Kwabenya Pukwasi ACP Road ansana Takra de Anaji Estate adjacent Adnaji MA Primary School. For Doctor 0244544422 na within Indian Kobo member studios be me yambre no kwanti we the mbon 1 minute. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne building tower or the echimo nde no owie wo ayoti region so far ton mu hu ne sen so ti obi adwen na we hu kwan a ye de beye or de betre manifesto na kwan nyame ya adoma na oba de bebu man no
Jolan he's on top. Ohwe Volta region said the amanfo esihia no enthusiasm amanfo ahemfo ne members no ne oman no ehia no nika bebre ohwe expression a omode emano a enye asem keto akura okọ the policies bi atuto
Idra
okadafo enra na meeting no radio ensem
electric tricycle
yes and we are more practical
yes
see be also be supply cars ama won utimi say oka bi akeke but utimi ye electric tricycles ne indi mawa ebe papa or promise university so on say NDC on buy no all the regions na they try to be I'm promise say every region should have a university.
Okay, honorable. Little one talk na.
Etina say okay say ndema so yeah one we no. Yeah programs when we na omukwe no nyina so.
Ombehe no abetwa so.
NTM say generally it was very good.
Listen, yembo ni tew na mbre na so.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama why dia politician bi enu wo Ghana ha why bi da. Oftentimes no there must have idea way unique in this kind no. Politicians eba wo ho a osimeba meye we ama. Your mama say no, my man penida. E kwa ya me fa so am de be ye man pani no. Suma me de som me man no. Me hu say enye de me manfo penyina na me ye. Enu ntimi sa pese me be ye man pani bie mu a akwa osom ni wura. Enu ntino instead say me kwa catch me ranum say me ba me yesi ama on e wo say me wura e be catch me say me ba me yesi ma no it for the first time he has had it right. And I think say the listening tour has been very successful. Ashanti region there I was wholly part and I understood it well. Meeting all the your friend is saying disciplines ning conform and we be stakeholders ning na Nyankopon M1 na onfa ba nwane ma no Michael Lampon unia Michael Lampon
no yes so much net one
he is down a bit, he's bedridden a bit until the say I'm kind in
yes power see na ba yeti
and Sam George unia Sam George
yes
ono so me bona baso
papa yeti no embre na ya brenti mama mam enda
Apostle Eric Nyameche the church is marching on
me da say list one na Kwesi Poku executive director good governance ono na odano ye beda say na honorable Peter Yakwachiaka member of parliament the man Memphis Central from Nicholas Yawusiosen me na me di dwumedi ho chiame enti chief sister your friend Rosemond your from mama also and there wa wodenti happy birthday yesu amba debi ebesana have a wonderful evening.